College football beating the spread. We're at week 13 on the Grueling Truth Sports Network, and the Grueling Truth, as always, is powered by betting.net. Betting.net is your best bet for finding the best online casino or sportsbook that's right for you. Make sure you check out betting.net. Now, something else I want to explain to you here that is a new giveaway here at the Grueling Truth is we've got a free jersey giveaway. And if you go to the Facebook page, you will find where that free jersey giveaway is. Now, we've teamed up with playersbest.com to give away a custom jersey for one lucky winner. To win, simply like the playersbest.com Facebook page, like the post, and tag 3 friends in the comment. Bonus entry, if you have Twitch, be sure to follow their page to increase your chances of winning. So go to Twitch, check out the playersbest.com page. Make sure you check it out. Free jersey, any name on the back. So you don't have to have anybody but your own name on the back, which you've heard me argue with Steve Risley on the NFL Weekly Pick'em show on numerous occasions about that. So if you want a free jersey, I think this jersey will be selected to winner December the 13th. Make sure you go to our Facebook page. Make sure you go like playersbest.com. But that's the free jersey giveaway coming up. Well, it's going on right now. Will be given out December the 13th. All right, guys, we're going to start off. It's rivalry weekend. And we've got the Michigan Wolverines who are looking to avert a 9-game losing streak to the Ohio State Buckeyes. Now, last week, Michigan State got pretty much the brakes beaten off of them by Ohio State. It was an ugly game, and it's harder to imagine bigger stakes for a regular season game in the Big Ten. The winner wins the Big Ten East to move on to the Big Ten championship game in Indianapolis. A win there would almost guarantee a place in a 4-team college football playoff. Ohio State is in its typical role of the favorite. The Buckeyes have won 4 consecutive Big Ten titles and have reached the college football playoffs each of the last 2 seasons. They have also defeated Michigan 8 consecutive times and in 17 of their last 19 meetings. So Ohio State has pretty much dominated the entire century so far when it comes to playing Michigan. Now, this iteration of Ohio State is peaking at the right time. The Buckeyes last week trounced number 7 Michigan State 56-7 and move up to number 2 in the college football playoff rankings. Michigan, on the other hand, lost to Michigan State earlier in the season on October the 30th, but has had a stellar season otherwise. The calling card for the Wolverines has been a punishing ground attack with an efficient passing game and a ferocious pass rush led by 2 potential first-round picks at defensive end, Aiden Hutchinson and David Ojabo. Will those 2 be able to disrupt C.J. Stroud and the mighty Ohio State passing game? That's the biggest matchup to watch in this pivotal showdown. And when we look at this game, I mean, I don't see any reason not to pick Ohio State. Michigan defensively is very good. I think they can be able to shorten the game some, but they've got to be able to convert in a red zone. Ohio State's defense has not been one of the best in the country this season, but the offense is so good it's made the defense even better because they put so much pressure on you. I'm going to take the Buckeyes. I'm going to give the 8.5 points here, and I'm going to feel very good about it. Jim Harbaugh has not been able to get through and win a big game in Michigan yet. This is his biggest opportunity. He needs to get this done. I don't see it happening. I think the Buckeyes win this game something like 34-20. Next up, rivalry weekend, Alabama at Auburn. Auburn is actually getting 20 points in this game. They're playing at home. And Alabama is just a week away from a highly anticipated matchup with number 1 Georgia in the SEC title game. If the Tide, who have already clinched the SEC West, upset Georgia, they will lock up a playoff spot. But that scenario cannot come to fruition without a win over Auburn in the Iron Bowl. Alabama has had close calls throughout the season, including last week's 42-35 home win over Arkansas. Bryce Young threw for a program record 559 yards in the win, but the secondary had troubles containing the Arkansas offense, not exactly known to have a prolific passing attack. Earlier this month, Auburn was 6-2 and ranked 13th in the country. Since then, the Tigers have lost 3 straight games and starting quarterback Bo Nix to a season-ending injury. Nix is the sort of player that can add an exciting element of chaos to a big game. Will his backup, LSU transfer TJ Finley, muster up some magic of his own? It is the Iron Bowl, after all, and strange things have happened, and especially when it's played in Jordan-Hare Stadium. The only thing I will say about this, I don't think there's much doubt Bama wins the game. But Auburn at home against Auburn, to me, there's no doubt here. you take Auburn in 20 points in this case. So you've got Rock Liggins, who's taking the upset of Michigan over Ohio State. You heard it there first. Thanks, Ron or Rock. And we got Simon, who says, yay, free jerseys. Make sure you check out Facebook in the free jersey giveaway. It's easy to enter. It's easy to win. Make sure you check it out there. I'm going to take Auburn into 20 points here, though. And remember, it's not just sports betting. Betting.net compares the best online casinos. Sit back, relax, play the top online slots, poker, and table games. Next up, rivalry weekend continues as Wisconsin will travel to Minnesota to play the Golden Gophers. The Gophers are getting 6.5 points here, and Wisconsin has rallied from a brutal 1-3 start to be on the brink of a Big Ten West title and a trip to the Big Ten title game. The Badgers have won 7 consecutive games and can capture their 5th division title in the past 8 seasons simply by beating Minnesota on the road on Saturday. Wisconsin's defense has been there all year long, but the emergence of freshman running back Braylon Allen has helped this team turn the season around. Minnesota's sitting at 7-4 overall, 5-3 in Big Ten play, and they can still win the West as well. Obviously, the Gophers will need to upset the Badgers and recapture possession of the Paul Bunyan axe, but they will need some help also. Minnesota wins the division with a win over Wisconsin, a Nebraska win over Iowa, and a Purdue win over Indiana. All of those things are highly possible if Minnesota gets the win here. Now, it's not completely unfeasible, and when you look at that, it brings an added element of excitement to one of the most underrated rivalries in the country. I'm going to go with Tanner Morgan here in the Minnesota Golden Gophers at home. I'm going to take the 6.5 points, and I'm going to take Minnesota, and Minnesota, I think, will end up in the Big Ten championship game because I think Iowa is going to lose to Nebraska. I think Indiana is going to lose to Purdue. I mean, the Indiana-Purdue game is the killer here for them. So when you look at that, who knows if they get in or not, but it'll be a huge win for Minnesota. It'll be a great way for Tanner Morgan to finish out a successful 4-year run at Minnesota. PJ Fleck's done a great job of coaching the team there. All right, next up, rivalry week continues in the Big 12, where Oklahoma will battle Oklahoma State. Oklahoma State is favored by 4 points, and when you look at this matchup, Oklahoma State has already locked up a spot in the Big 12 title game. But there is plenty of other business to attend to it. Number 7 in the college football power rankings, or playoff rankings, the Cowboys are legitimate playoff threats, but cannot get there without beating their biggest rival, Oklahoma. That has not come easily as of late. Oklahoma has won 6 straight and 16 of the last 18 in the series, similar to the Ohio State-Michigan matchup. This year, though, Oklahoma State is the favorite. Mike Gundy's team is 10-1, boasts one of the nation's top defenses, and has a chance to win the Big 12 for the first time since 2011. On the other side, Oklahoma is also 10-1, but they're ranked number 10 thanks to a slew of close victories, an ugly loss to the Baylor Bears a couple weeks ago, and the Sooners, though, have won 6 consecutive Big 12 titles and can get back to the conference championship game with a win in Stillwater. And with OU headed to the SEC, there may not be too many more trips to Stillwater in the future for this rivalry. Now, if Oklahoma does pull out a win here, the Sooners and Cowboys will then have a rematch in the Big 12 title game. And if OU posts back-to-back wins over Oklahoma State, there's an outside chance they could jump back into the top 4. When we look at this game, I'm going to go with Oklahoma State in the defense. Oklahoma's offense has struggled this year. I think they're going to struggle in this game. I'm going to take Oklahoma State. I'm going to give the 4.5 points. I'm going to feel really good about doing that. Next up, we've got BYU. BYU, to me, is one of the great stories, college football-wise, in this country right now. It gets overlooked because of what the Cincinnati Bearcats are doing. But the Cougars are a top 15 team, while USC is just playing out the string. This is a Trojan team that somehow turned a 10-0 lead against rival UCLA into a 62-33 loss a week ago. BYU could get into a New Year's Six bowl game with a few losses by teams ahead of it in the college football playoff rankings. This should be an easy win for the Cougars. This is my lock of the week. BYU will win this game. I think they'll win it by double digits. So I would mark it down, lock it out, BYU. I'm going to give the 7 points to USC and not even think twice about it. Another game to me that's a lock. Kansas State at Texas. How often do you see Kansas State at Texas? Kansas State only a 3-point dog. And there are quarterback injuries on both sides in this game. But I trust the Kansas State side much more than I do the Texas side. Chris Kleiman's team is steady, and the Kansas State defense is playing really well. Texas is a mess. I think that they've kind of phoned in the rest of the season. And when you look at that, I think there's no doubt here you take Kansas State. Now, remember also the Grueling Truth free jersey giveaway, which will go out December the 13th. Make sure you go to the Facebook page, check it out, lock it down, do what it says there so you have a chance to win this jersey. And like I said, you can have your own name put on it. This is the Grueling Truth November giveaway. We've teamed up with playersbest.com to give away a custom jersey to one lucky winner. To win, simply like the playersbest.com Facebook page, like this post and tag 3 friends in the comment. And bonus, remember, if you have Twitch, be sure to follow the Players Best page there to increase your chances of winning. The winner will be announced on Monday, December the 13th. Good luck to everybody. Playersbest is a great site to go to, just like betting.net is. So make sure you check it out so you get a chance to win. Guys, once again, I can't tell you enough about betting.net. It helps you find the best place to bet for you. Betting.net offers expert and user reviews for every online sportsbook casino in your state. It will also give you the recommendations of where you should bet according to where you live. So I live in Indiana. I could just get on just about anything. If I live in Kentucky, maybe not the same thing, but betting.net will show you the best places to bet. And remember, go to the Facebook page, like us there, like playersbest.com. Get in for that free jersey giveaway, which will be given away Monday, December the 13th. All right, guys, we're going to wrap the show up for now. Remember, if you like the NFL Pickup Show, every Wednesday night at 8 o'clock with myself, Steve Risley, and Dan Kornhauser. But for now, I'm Mike Goodpaster. You've been watching and listening to The Grueling Truth, where the legend